Hello everybody, Rambo here. Hope you guys had a good day today. A lot of people made money and some people didn't. That's the way it goes. Um, Starting off here, we'll look at Sybil. Uh, let's get it to the daily here real quick. There we go. Well, what did I say? Everyone's like, hey, this bearish or a bullish wedge, and even though it's really symmetrical, it's not a downward wedge per se. And yes, it's usually a continuing wedge, usually. But I gambled, didn't wait for the break to break down the trend line, broke a rule, and yes, that 22% I talked to you about, it went that route. Is that the end of the world? No. If you look at from the deviation line, guys, this is just back to the average. Can this continue downward and go, test this area right here? Most definitely it can. So just hold on to your butts and wait and see what happens. If you're not in it, I would encourage you to let it bottom out, actually break this trend line right here before I would think about getting into CYBL, getting in at the bottom and working itself back up. Or just like it happened with MJWL, it happened with Fern. He had a bad day, and then the next couple of days it bounces right back up into the pitchfork there. So wait and see on Sybil. But guys, again, we'll laugh about this. Everyone put in their portfolios, or not their portfolios, your diary or whatever, that we will remember this day. And in January, someone in comments say, Ron, ha ha ha, remember when it was 0.0352 and you told us to remember that day, and now it's at $5, ha ha ha, we're all rich. So now, of course, I exaggerate. And by the way, I'm not telling you it's going to do that. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm an old man upstairs in a dark room in a corner looking at 3 monitors. So that's all that I am. But I'm telling you guys that we'll be okay, even if it dips down a little bit farther. So, but that's what is going on with Sybil. Fern, here we go again. Fern breaks down below the pitchfork, is just living dangerously here. We did break across the 1.5 deviation. Now we just might be coming down to the average price again. We'll see what happens with Fern. Or not negative, positive 1.5 deviation, and now we're coming back down to the average. So things are looking iffy with Fern, but I'm not sweating it. Next, we have, how could I have forgotten DPLS? DPLS. Here we go. Sorry about that, guys. I'll try to make things a little quicker here. Look at that. Beautiful. Broke. Here, remember that trend line that I had on here? I took it off, but it hit right where the resistance was down here on the deviation mark. And we also had horizontal, and boom, took off, consolidated, boom, broke through the average means price. Things are looking very, very good for DPLS. Looking very nice. We'll see how much farther we could go. I don't have a pitchfork on here. Let's see. And for some reason I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. So here's the high. Kind of broke a rule here. It's kind of going through that. You're not supposed to do that, and that would be right there. So lovely. We're breaking away from the pitchfork, working our way toward the means of this move right here, which is up there. So that would be beautiful if that happened. So things are looking good for DPLS. We do have resistance here at 0.1438, and then 1459. If we could get past this, and now this is a 1.5 deviation here, or the 0.5 deviation. It does put up some resistance, but most likely I'm looking to see it break that and get up to 1673 area. So things looking very well for DPLS. Let's see, ILIS. Where is ILIS? Sorry guys, kind of doing this by the fly here today. On the fly, by the fly. There's a little fly buzzing around right next to me. I'm doing this by the fly. I know I'm stupid sometimes. ILIS still just messing with us. We did break a little bit the bottom of Andrew's pitchfork here. Just kind of, getting us all on the edge of our seats to see what's going to happen. We do have quite a bit of support here at the 1 deviation line. And we'll see what's going to happen here. Probably the next, by the end of this week, we should know what's going on. Sorry about that, guys. The dog was barking. I swear she knows when I'm doing a video. Oh, but with that said, let's move on. MJWL, we all live life. It's just one of those things. MJWL finished 6.7 on the negative side today. We do have this pattern forming. Doesn't mean that this is where it's going to go. It's according to the Fibonacci levels where it thinks it could go if it comes down here. So thus indicating if it does, don't sweat it. This is a bullish pattern. So if it comes down here, it will set up target points, up here. So so don't be worried if it comes down. We'll be coming back up. Just right now, don't pay attention to that. I had a red day today. We did drop below the pitchfork again, but we did down here, and just like what I got done telling you before about ILIS and Fern, just messing with it, straddling, trying to keep you in suspense on what's going on. We do have somewhat of a wedge forming. It is it's not really symmetrical. It is somewhat of an ascending wedge, which is bearish. So just keep that in mind. Might not happen for quite a long time. And as we've noted before earlier on the video, wedges are right around 78% of the time. So this could end up just being nothing. So MJ, we're just, it hit the average price, and now we've come down a little bit. Usually when it attempts to break through the average price, it gets rejected. So we'll see what happens this time around. Again, we might come down and then come back up to hit it and get over it. So that's where we're looking at with MJWL. OZSC, again, I brought this up, I think it was Monday. We had a really strong day, and then we had a really negative day, as you could tell. I mean, it's kind of like I feel like a meteorologist sometimes. All I do just show it's raining outside today. Oh, really? I didn't know that. But red day, blue day, we came right back. Another topping tail here, just kind of in between the daily support and resistance here on the daily chart here. Let's take a look at the 4 hour and see what we have here. We do have quite a bit of a downward wedge that's forming, which is a bullish wedge. So, but again, even the blue and the magenta here are the 4-hour support resistance. And look what happened. We came right up into resistance, got shot back down. Now, overall, we, on the 180 days, we are in a downtrend here. So just keep that in mind. We did get, quite a bit up there, close to the daily. The daily resistance. A lot of concurrence here because this is a daily resistance and it's on the second deviation line here, so it was expected to come back down from there, and it did. And now topping tails, small candle. I wouldn't be surprised to have it come down and test the support level at 0.0591. But we had a really strong run here. Matter of fact, let's take a look at this on the 4-day, the fib levels here. We had a really nice retracement, just under the 50% here, but not the way I like it. 45 degrees, just nice slow rest. This was just a quick, jump down, jump back up. So typical kind of OTC. Usually when parabolic up, you get parabolic down. So but the level is what I like. 50% move. So there's still gas in the tank here with OZSC. It might have another day off here and come back down and then maybe go from there. Or we might just stay down this downward trend down to 0.0509 area before breaking out. It is bullish, so that's a good sign there also. And then we have next we have PUGE. PUGE had another negative day, just a couple small candles here. We are working on this wedge. It is a bearish wedge. It's ascending, and we do have a pattern here, which does, if it fulfills the pattern, it should be coming down to maybe we're getting snow. The AB equals CD. This is the AB, and this would be the CD. This would be the predicted area. This is the potential reverse area here. And again, this is a bullish pattern. So if it does, come down to this area, we could eventually see nice targets up here. I don't know yet. It hasn't put the targets up, but generally it should be around, the 0094, 0112 area. If that happens, if it continues, consolidates, we'll probably come to this point here next Friday, and not this Friday, but next Friday to decide whether it's going to continue upward or not. SPQ, where are we here? There it is. SPQS. Oh, look at that. We have a big old cup and handle. But it really does not look, I wouldn't trust that cup and handle. I'm going to get rid of this here. Because the handle, you only want it to be about 1/3 of the depth of the cup. This is, 2/3 or so. So I just wouldn't pay attention to that. I would probably start paying attention to that once it gets up to this resistance line, though, which is 0188. But it is actually a double top. And so usually that means a significant drop. We did have a pretty good drop here. Let's see what we have on the Fibonacci just for this move. We dipped just below the 61.8, which is a very good rest. probably still has quite a bit of gas, but if you're not in it, I'd wait for it to break this trend line here. We did finish right at support, the daily support here. So we could be coming back up. We did break below the Andrews pitchfork here, so we might be continuing down this downward trend. I would suppose maybe back down to the testing the means, which by that time should be slowly coming up here on the 009495 area before maybe then getting another bounce up. That's what SPQS looks like to me. Then we have TONR. We had, we came up to resistance here at the 0147 area. At the 1.5 deviation, we bounced back down to the 1. And then we had a decent day-to-day, kind of now in between the support and resistance areas. So tomorrow, if this really takes off, if you're not in it and you get FOMO, don't buy in at 0141 area because most likely you're going to get a dip, and then you could buy in down here. Or if you're not in it, especially if you're not in it, if it tanks right away and bounces off the 0124 area, that might be a good buy-in area to have it come up. Now on the 4-hour chart, we had a sell. We were in the sell zone here, but the bulls are in control volume-wise. So, but overall, the biggest spike is the bearish spike right here. So the bears overall on the chart are in control right now on the 4-hour chart. I want to take a look and see what this looks like on the daily. So here's the daily chart. Came back again. It went all the way up to the 4th deviation. The third deviation. I'm still learning these new colors. They're different from my traditional ones. So it's usually yellow, red, blue, black, but the blue's throwing me off. That blue is 2 now. Magenta 3 came back down. I had a nice retracement against 61, and now we're up here to the 2nd deviation. Hit that and bounced down. So it does look like now it's red. So usually that signifies that we probably will come back down and test the 0.0124 area before maybe making another move upwards. I'm going to get rid of the fib here, remove. I'm going to put in an Andrews pitchfork and see what this is doing. Okay, we're still actually, see how things look differently when you have certain indicators. Now this isn't, Andrews pitchfork isn't really an indicator, it goes off of deviations. So they're more or less trend lines going off of statistical data. And this red line here is the average price of this move. And actually we are staying nice and strong away from this. We're slowly getting closer to the average price of the move. So overall TONR is looking good. I think they got pink current. I'm not all too much on news and everything, but I think that happens, so that should be a good sign. Again, though, news doesn't necessarily, even if it's good news, does not mean immediately that you will see a positive result. It might come down because of good news. They want to get in, hey, this is really good. This thing's going this company's going places. Let's short the crap out of it so we can get a really good, pricing on it and then let it run. So always keep that in mind. So right here we're waiting for TONR to, maybe drop back down and test this support before coming upwards, or who knows, it gap up tomorrow. With that said, guys, I just if you like the videos, again, please give me a like and subscribe, and give me some. I know I asked that before, and I didn't get to many of them, but give me a couple of stocks, tickers you'd like me to take a look at, and maybe I'll be able to throw those in. Usually, I'm here Monday through Wednesday, Thursday. Sometimes maybe I'll do a Friday video, a short video where I'll look at the comments and I will take a look at some of the tickers that are most popular in the comments. So, with that said, guys, have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow.